Hello everyone, welcome back to Roses in Houston Garden. It has been a while since the last video. A lot of things have been happening around here, hence I didn't have the time to do the garden tour. Roses have been blooming amazingly in the past few weeks when I didn't have the time to capture them in a long form video, but I made short ones which I will be posting in the shorts section if you would like to see how and who has been blooming over the past several weeks. So I can tell that they are now slowing down and have more black spots on the leaves, which is completely normal for roses to look this way, kind of tired, ready to drop the foliages and going into the slow down mode. So it is completely normal if your roses are doing that. No need to be concerned. They are not going to look their best as far as the foliages, the canes and all of those, but we are going to clean up in springtime. Between now and then, it's just a matter of them going through their natural cycle and find some other things to enjoy until the next spring. There are a few of them that are still going pretty strong as far as blooming, and this one that you see right now is Princess Charlene, have been blooming a whole lot. And so as you can see, there are still a few more buds and blooms here and there, but everything in this bed right here slow down, including zinnia, other flowers. I used to have basil, but they cannot withstand cooler temperature. And for my new roses, I have this one is Over the Moon, which is apricot peachy color. I have, these are the baby ones. That one, Abraham Darby by David Austin, right there, replaced that used to be All Dressed Up. So far it's looking good. This is Saint Cecilia. I have two, so we'll see how they do. And I have another new one which I'll show you. And right over here in this corner, they used to just maybe a week ago, so many blooms on the yellow one, on distant drums, but now as you can see, start to drop foliages. And the weather today is so nice. The question that you may have is when to stop deadheading. So for this question here, you are going to get different answers, and with temperature kind of go up, down, and then up again. I used to stop deadheading in, I think, at the end of October, but then sometimes I just go until after Thanksgiving, and then maybe this year, I don't know, I may just deadhead when I want to and maybe stop mid-December. Or if you don't feel like doing anything, then not deadheading's not going to hurt, you know, because I mean, if you deadhead, then they may produce more growth and more buds. So if you're kind of done, need a break from rose gardening, you can just stop deadheading and then just leave them like that. I know it used to bother me so much in my first year, like have had the urge to deadhead, but now, not that I have a lot of time anyway. There are going to be some canes like dieback here and there, which is occurring a lot this year. So that is something that you can go ahead and remove so that the entire canes will not turn black. Other than that, watering, when it comes to watering with lower temperature, you don't have to water much, but you still want to keep the roots moist, so don't overdo it. For the roses grown in pots, you may do every, I think it also depends on the weather, because in Texas sometimes it's cool and then next day it's like up to 80s again. Kind of have to adjust as the temperature goes. But if it stays pretty cool for several days in a row, you may just get away with watering, you know, 3 times a week, twice a week. That should be good enough, and depending on the pot size. But you don't need to water that much when the weather is cooler. And as far as fertilizer, I stop. I'm done. No more. Just save my money for next year. This one is Earth Angel. So this bloom has been here for a few days. Still pretty. It's kind of windy. That's why the outer petals look that way. It's so pretty. This rose has been blooming a whole lot. Aren't they gorgeous? So beautiful. Yeah, this one definitely has been putting out so many blooms. And I'm going to back out here to go to Crazy Love. Right over here. Crazy Love has been doing so good, blooming a whole lot. Basically, roses in this section is doing really well. Let's see, the colors are very intense, very nice, perfect fall with fall colors. Get that one right here. There's still many more buds, so I will certainly get to enjoy more bloom in December for sure. And I can't believe that next week is December. Isn't that crazy? This year, my goodness, I can write a book about this year. That's all I can say. So many buds there. And this one, Sombre Climbing Rose. This one has been blooming a whole lot too. There's so many old spent blooms. I didn't deadhead, don't have enough time, so I'm just going to let them do their things. We have Spirit of Freedom over there. So these roses in this section have been blooming really nicely. And also Silas Manor has been blooming non-stop. Roses in this section is doing really well. My plan for next spring though, I'm going to move them from pots to the ground. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them to transfer into the ground. Quite a few holes to dig, but I think it will be less maintenance during summer, where I don't have to water as much, because watering them during summertime is just tough. Yeah, so that's the plan. I think I will do it in the winter, or maybe wait until after pruning, because it's a lot easier to move roses after they get pruned, so I don't get poked everywhere. It's so beautiful. I just can't get over the colors of Crazy Love and all these buds in bloom. Okay, what's next? Spirit of freedom. This rose is a workhorse. Blooming, blooming, and blooming non-stop. It's kind of slow down now. Look how packed the petals inside. You can see lots of black spot now, even before that. But this rose, it doesn't care. It will continue on blooming for you. At least in my experience in my backyard, I don't have to spray or anything. It will happily bloom even when dealing with a ton of black spots. Look at that. So many blooms from this angle. So pretty. So good. What a great rose. Okay, so what do we have here? Yeah, so as you can tell, everyone is kind of look tired from a tough year. That one is Prairie View Prince. We have Top Cream, which has been blooming a whole lot. Have Quicksilver. That rose is amazing too, blooming non-stop. There's a lot of cleanup that needs to be done in the backyard for sure. Lots of weeds. This is Raspberry Cream Twirl. So pretty. But on another note, many of my roses die, and I post in the Facebook group that some of those actually a few years old, like more established, that used to perform really well, and they just decide bye-bye. So going to replace and try different varieties and go from there. Some years just rough like that, and this year with that Hurricane Beryl, even though it's just category 1, not just that, it's the combination of that and then harsh summer make it so challenging. But in the meantime, it makes you discover the roses that actually strong perfumer, like Plum Perfect is a great one so far. April Love is another great one. Bordeaux, that's another good one. This one has been blooming a lot, and my Florentina is still doing good too. It just doesn't bloom a whole lot, but Bordeaux, for years and years, this rose is amazing. And I have 2 roses that I have to put chicken wire, chicken cage to protect them right now, because we have a rescue dog with us. And crazy story, so I've been hunting for William Morris. William Morris rose is the old DA David Austin roses that retired a few years ago. I've been trying to find one for the past 2 years and finally locate one. Oh, next thing I knew, I came out one morning, the dog ate that rose, and I just, oh my god, it's not meant to be. However, I contact the vendor again, see if there's another one. Luckily, there's another one. This is the very last one that they had. So I had to put this one this way in order for it to be safe from the rose eating dog. Fingers and toes crossed that it will make it. And another one is another Saint Cecilia. That's another David Austin, the old David Austin that was retired as well. So we'll see how these do. But before I end this video right here, I want to show you Bliss Parfuma Bloom. Isn't that pretty? So until next time, I hope you all enjoy the weather, and I'll see you next time.